morning Vlogalogue. How you doing? I'm doing pretty well, having been up to like 5 o'clock in the morning working on a paper. But other than that, you know, doing pretty well. Getting ready to go back home in a little less than a week. Although my next Vlogalogue video will probably still be filmed here in the good old city of London. But anyway, speaking of homes, we had some discussions about homes or houses. Houses are probably the more correct term. Sorry, everyone. Home is where the vlog is. And a house is a building that you build and you live inside. But so, Kevin and Corolla were both like, yeah, why would we want to live in a house? That seems like a silly idea. We should all live in densely packed apartments because that's good for the environment and that's good for the economy. And we get to live close to the food places. So, you know, how can I complain about that? Good old grocery stores. Katrina was thinking with financials in the mind, which is a good thing. It's a grown-up thing to do. But I think Jocelyn was the most grown-up out of all of us, and it was actually planning her future. So you have your future figured out, Jocelyn, or you know, plans of action are very useful. But very grown up. I tend to fly by the seat of my pants. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, I thought we'd try to keep the topics more adult this week. Not that, get your mind out of the gutter. But let's talk about art. Because this is an art. And I don't want to talk about the topic of whether or not vlogging or, like, video making is clearly an art. Is vlogging an art? I don't know. That's a totally different topic. Let's just talk about what you like in art, because everyone has like their own style and their own taste for what makes art good and beautiful. And like, I have this art on my wall that's above my bed. I don't care for it. It's just kind of like bolted to the wall, and it's kind of funny. Hello, hi. It's bolted to the wall, and it's just part of this like student housing I'm renting. Anyway. I bring this up because the other day, well, a couple weeks ago, I was wandering around London. I tend to wander around places, kind of going back to the not planning things. I was wandering around London, and I came across this bridge that you had to walk under. And underneath this bridge, there was like this lattice work, this complex, complicated, like, lattice work of LEDs under it. And I went back there to try to get some video to show you, but the stupid thing was turned off, and it annoyed me to no great end, so sorry there's no video here. But so you walk under this bridge, under this like tunnel, and the whole thing is just this lattice work of red, green, and blue LEDs, and they're RGB LEDs, so they can turn any color in the rainbow, or any, you know, of the RGB values. And so you had this like twinkling mass of stars that were like all sorts of pretty different colors as you walked under this bridge. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing in the world, because I could just stand there and look up at this, well, and now I'm looking at a boring ceiling, but I'm looking up at this amazing like lattice work of LEDs that just made everything so pretty. And it would have made this otherwise just like random tunnel thing that you had to go under just a million times better. And so I think that's what I like in art. I like taking things that would be mundane and adding electronics to them to make them light up and look pretty. Because I mean, who doesn't like things that light up and look pretty? I don't know. Maybe some of you hate electronics and would think that's like, well, you have this beautiful stone like work. Why would you ever just cover it up with LEDs and something artificial? And I'm sure that's a totally valid point, but I find like stone's okay. Like, I think stone like contrasts well, and like if you're building a house out of stone is pretty cool. But shine some splashes of color on there using light. So like, I like light. Light is a fantastic art medium that I don't think it's ignored. There's plenty of pieces that utilize light and color as artistic medium, and it's not even colored light. Like prisms, well, prisms are colored light. Prisms are super cool. Like just a prism like on a pedestal with like a spotlight. That's an art installation I can get behind. Well, if I got behind it, there'd be a shadow. Oh, shadow art. That's what I was thinking of. Shadow art doesn't need color, and you can just play with the shadows and how the light crosses the space. I don't know. I like art with light, is what I'm trying to say. So LEDs are cool, spotlights are cool, prisms are pretty cool. Good old Isaac Newton. I don't know if Isaac Newton invented, well, I don't think he invented prisms. He did work with prisms, that's why I brought him up. Anyway, I think I'm rambling now. So yeah, I'm very interested to see how people view art and what they like in art. And I will look forward to watching your videos and reading your comments. And until next week, Vlogalogue, have a good week.